Hey everyone, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Well, it's July 4th weekend, and we just arrived out here Saturday morning at the off-grid shelter. Brought the side-by-side along this trip since we have the extended weekend with Monday being the holiday. So it's around 11 o'clock Saturday morning, and we plan to stay all the way till Monday. It'll be so nice having a side-by-side along this trip so we can explore the trails. On short weekends, it's just not worth loading it and dragging the trailer and all that the several hours out here, but on the longer weekends or whenever we have vacation off or more than a overnighter, sure is nice to bring it. Weather is beautiful. I think the high today is barely 70 degrees. This morning it was 64, and I think some of the nights throughout the weekend here, especially up top of the mountain here, are supposed to dip down to even as low as the upper 50s, 58, 59. So it should be a beautiful weekend. Nice sunny. I don't think there's any chance of rain at all. Nice breeze. There goes Missy and Zoe. They're already exploring. Alright, gonna get camp set up here, get our chairs out, and get ready to relax. I guess I could open this up and see once how we're doing, but shelter's still faring out really well. As I said in the last video, the August will mark 3 years for this. I figured we'd be lucky to get a year or two out of it, but as long as it keeps holding up, we didn't really see the need to do anything else. It's nice and green up here too. They must have had more rain than back home. Back home it's awfully dry. But everything's nice and green and moss. It's all green. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna unload the side-by-side here and get this weekend started. Alright guys, well, we got everything unloaded. And it's time for lunch. So we're gonna make some lunch meat sub sandwiches. Got some bologna here. And some salami. Some cheese. And some lettuce. Alright guys, well, that was a fast lunch sandwich build. Sit here and relax a little while. Got a thermos of coffee and juice. It's a beautiful day. I mean, the temperature is just amazing. And the dogs can definitely smell the lunch meat. Guys. You'll get a piece later. But yeah, back to what I was saying. For the 4th of July weekend here, the temperature is just beautiful. It's like 66 degrees. Past few weeks we've had 98. And one day in the sun, the car even said 102. So this is a real nice change. But next week we're going to be right back to 94, I believe they say. But I'm going to eat my sandwich here. And then probably get to work. Brought the chainsaw along. There's some dead mountain laurel bushes here and stuff that we probably will cut, as well as our trail down through is overgrown and some dead stuff that we always like to keep caught after, so probably do that today. And then tomorrow, Sunday, we'll just relax and probably ride around all the roads out here on the UTV. Check it out, guys. There's some nice huckleberry plants here. We're not normally out here in July because it's usually way hot or we're on vacation. But so happens this year we're out here when they're ready. So that's pretty cool. But lunch is over and gonna get the saw fired up here in a minute and start cutting up some of this dead stuff. And since the last trip, we upgraded our saw. So we got a 20-inch 50cc Craftsman now. So much better than that smaller, cheaper version I had. I was gonna get a steel, but for the little bit I need out here, just wasn't worth it. I mean, their low entry level ones are basically toys. I mean, barely 30 cc's. I mean, you can flat stall the chain on them. So, for basically the same money as their entry level 16-inch bar, 30 cc, 31 cc saw, I could get a 20-inch bar, full-size chain, and 50 cc's, which I think for what I need and the little bit I use it was way more practical in this application. To get a comparable 50cc saw like this with 20-inch bar and steel, you'd been $700 or so, which for the handful of times I use a saw in a year, just was not worth it. Which I believe on these bigger Craftsmans, Husqvarna actually makes their saw. So, it's really decent saw, and so far the little bit I've used it, I am really impressed. Going from the last one I had that was like 38cc or something, up to this 50, it's huge. I mean, the saw even sounds totally different. But I'm gonna get it fired up here and start thinning out some of this dead stuff. Got a piece of standing dead here I'm gonna knock down. And then, like I said, just go down through our trails and delimb and clean up anything dead or stuff that's overgrowing into the trail. Alright guys, now with this dead thing cut up, it'll allow this nice pine here to grow, get more sunlight. And some trees you don't even need a chainsaw for. Like this dead one right here. I'm gonna push it over with my bare hand. I mean, look at that thing rocking. Here it goes, guys. Wow. I guess it was a little rotten. That was a 20-inch diameter tree. It'll be dry firewood. Alright guys, well, we cut a bunch of trees and limbs down this afternoon. And we've been just relaxing here in this beautiful weather. But it's 7:30 and the sun's starting to dip, so we're gonna get supper going. Got the coffee on, getting warm here. And then we were gonna fry up some burgers, but I think we're gonna end up doing them tomorrow night and try out this Campbell's chunky chicken noodle tonight. It's absolutely crazy, these temperatures. I mean, July 4th weekend, you'd figure it'd be 100 degrees and soup would be the last thing on your mind, but I'm afraid till dark it is going to be cool. But this is boiling here, so I'm going to get that dumped into the thermos. After it cools a little, and then get some supper going. Well, good morning guys. It's Sunday morning and we're gonna crawl out here. We slept in late this morning after cutting all those trees down and everything else we did yesterday. Figured there was absolutely no rush in getting up, but we're getting up here now, and it looks like another beautiful day. Slight breeze, but we're gonna get some breakfast going. Just got some water on here. We'll get that going for coffee. And we're going to do up some eggs here for breakfast, so that'll be pretty nice. Alright guys, so the coffee's made and we're getting the eggs going here. Should get some salt and pepper out for on them. Beautiful. Salt and pepper the other side. Won't be long and they'll be done. Alright guys, well, they're done. Get these two plated up, make the next batch. I get a little ketchup here. And I'll grab my banana. And I got my thermos of coffee already ready to go. So I'm gonna sit here and have breakfast. And then probably go for a ride. Well, that was a fun little ride. Pretty calm today, not near as much wind. And down off the mountain out in the sun, it was actually really, really warm. So it's probably a good 20 degrees cooler probably up top here than down at the bottom in the sun. So much more shaded here as well. But probably get a lunch of some sort going here and relax for the rest of the day. It's about 7 o'clock Sunday evening. The bugs have just came out in droves. The wind has completely died, so I guess they figured they're gonna take advantage of this cooler temperature. So we are getting a fire going here, which should eliminate most of that. Didn't have any problem with it yesterday with the wind, but it is just dead calm. So we're gonna get the fire going here and then probably get the burgers going for supper. But these bugs are out of control. Shouldn't take long and we'll have a nice fire going. That dead mountain laurel stuff Burns extremely well. Stuff's a little bit damp from rain a few days ago, but it'll get going. And the bugs are better already. Sure didn't take long. But before the fire, they were starting to get thick. It'd be nice to sit by the fire this evening. Hopefully the breeze kicks back up. Almost gets too still and seems muggy, even though it is only in the 60s. But I think it is supposed to be pretty calm, 2 mile an hour all evening. Well, we're going to get these burgers going here, as well as some more coffee. The fire sure did a wonderful job eliminating the bug problem we had going on earlier. Haven't seen any since. But we're going to get these patties cooking here. Got some cheese for on them. Make some nice sandwiches. Nice hefty burgers. Hopefully they both fit in the pan. Maybe they'll shrink up a little. And this stuff will go right in the trash. Don't want to draw in any bears. They had a 700-pounder on camera last week. Alright, so we'll get those going. I'll give them a salt. Pepper. And we got some whole mixture of spices in here that we always keep along. Onion, basil, and who knows what all else. Steak seasoning. But we'll get these burgers cooked here. And make up some sandwiches. Alright guys, I think it's time to flip them. Oh yeah, now they're starting to fit a little better. And we'll put some more pepper, salt, and some spices and onion. Another few minutes and they should be ready to eat. Got our buns down here, ready to go. So once they're done, throw on some cheese and build our sandwiches. The burgers are browning and the water is hot for coffee, so I'm gonna get that dumped a while. I have a little left over to clean the dishes. Shake this up good. Alright, so that'll be ready for as soon as our burgers are done, which they're looking pretty nice. To brown up this side just a little more. are well done, nice and brown, so time to flop on the cheese. They smell amazing. I'm sure they'll taste great. Put that on. I shut the flame off and steam the cheese a little. Alright guys, cheese is melted and these burgers are ready to eat. Look at all that cheese. Alright, there's that. I'll have to get some water in that so it doesn't get hard. Get some ketchup. Probably actually put a little more pepper on. Touch of salt. Some ketchup. And some lettuce. Alright guys, check it out. That's a camp burger. I have my coffee all ready in my thermos. The bugs are gone. Fireworks and gunshots are going off. And I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this food. Well guys, supper's over and we've been just sitting here watching the sunset. It's a beautiful evening. Temperature dropped back down, the breeze picked up slightly. I'm glad we made the fire. If the bugs weren't bad, we probably wouldn't have bothered, but it did the trick to clear them away, and it sure is nice sitting here just watching it burn. So we'll probably finish the evening out here by the fire, and I'll catch back up with you in the morning. Well, good morning guys. It's Monday morning. Looks like the sun's up. It's just about 9 o'clock. And it's time to crawl out, make some breakfast, and then start packing up and getting ready to head for home. Guys, are you ready to go out? Let's go. Come on. Oh yeah, another beautiful day. Looks Looks like the fire burned out overnight. Alright guys, gonna get some breakfast started. Start packing up all our stuff. And head out. Missy's stretching. Psst, Miss, come on. Zow. Yowie. You're rolling in the dirt. Well, we're gonna get breakfast going here. Got a pot of water on, which will be for some coffee, as well as we're gonna have some peach oatmeal today. Got some blueberry Pop-Tarts, blueberry bar, and a clementine. So it'll be a pretty nice breakfast before we pack up and head for home. So it won't take long here. Just bring this water to a boil. I can dump this in a while. Alright, so that'll be ready to add water. The water's boiling, so I'm going to add that to the oatmeal. I made the coffee a little bit earlier. I took the water out before it got to be boiling this much. That way it's not so hot to drink. But as far as the oatmeal, you want your water boiling or until this hydrates, starts to end up being cold. Yeah, I just took the water out early for the coffee, that way it wasn't boiling, because in a thermos like that it doesn't cool fast at all. That'll still be hot by the time we get home. But I'll let that soak and hydrate up, and that'll be ready to eat. And I'll have my Pop-Tarts, my blueberry nut protein chew bar, and some clementines. Take this coffee over here to my chair a while. Take all my other snacks over. Miss, did you hear food? Hey. Alright guys, looks like it's ready to eat. No, miss. Dogs are eating their breakfast, and I'm gonna have mine. And then we'll start packing up. Alright guys, well, it's about 12 noon. Just finished packing up everything. So the Jeep's loaded up, shelter's emptied out, stove, cooler, it's all loaded up. Air mattress is deflated. We did switch out our tote, so we have a bigger tote here now, so we can leave some of the camp specific stuff here. Our last tote was smaller, so we couldn't leave everything. So anything that doesn't matter now can actually stay here, which will save a little bit in the amount of stuff that we need to bring. But it is warming back up. I think today's supposed to be 90 by, I think, 3 this afternoon. So the cool weekend is over. Gonna get this locked up here. Alright, so that's locked up. Doused the fire with water. It was basically out anyways, but always dump water on that to make sure it is nothing in there hot. So we're going to take the side-by-side Jeep out, and then we'll load up the side-by-side on the trailer and head for home. Probably be back out in the fall. Normally we wouldn't even came out now, but cool temperatures, we took full advantage of that. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching this trip video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. If you're new here to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to keep these videos coming. You can also follow me on Facebook. The link is in the description below.